Hello, and we have yet another great video for you tonight. Tonight I will be bringing you Daretti Scrap Savant as, excuse me, I just ran down the stairs, I'm a little winded. Daretti Scrap Savant is being reprinted in the new Commander 2016 set, and is not being printed as a Commander, but as a part of the 99. But he can be used as a great commander. My version of this deck is not too different from what other people use, but I do have some nice little spins that are my own, so I invite you to watch other people's videos as well as mine, and find your own way, I guess. Daretti is a planeswalker. Instead of a legend, he's part of the Commander 2014 set. They were all monocolored planeswalkers. This is the red one. Basically, his plus lets you discard cards and draw, so you can discard artifacts and get them into your grave, so you can later reanimate them. There are some high-cost ones that the best way to get them out is to use Daretti. His minus two ability lets you sack an artifact and get one out of the grave and get it right onto the battlefield. And his ult is that basically your artifacts, when they die, they come back at the end of the turn. Once you get that off, it's pretty easy to win from there. So let's get right into this. Since it's a monocolor deck, there's not too much in the way of non-basic lands. There's a few that I like to include. A lot came with the set. The deck originally, it was a really good deck playable right out of the package. And we have Smoldering Crater for cycling, for draw. Forgotten Cave, same thing. Darksteel Citadel is an artifact land, so these are the ones you can sack to Daretti to get great stuff back, as well as Great Furnace. We have the obligatory Reliquary Tower. Seagate Wreckage for a little bit of draw if we have no cards in hand. Phyrexia's Core lets us sack an artifact to gain life. Dormant Volcano. This land is from Visions originally, and a lot of people don't like it because you have to return an untapped mountain to your hand. But I find that I usually play this early in the game when it really doesn't matter that much, and it ends up being very beneficial in the end. So I do play that. Buried Ruin for some artifact retrieval if Daretti is not on the board. Foundry of Consoles for some sack fodder. Inventor's Fair. This is a new Kaladesh land, sort of pseudo metalcraft type of deal. Lets you search for artifacts. Temple of the False Gods, pretty much an EDH staple. Mishra's Workshop, again, one of my proxies. This one I actually don't own a formal copy of anymore. I had sold my collection back in the day thinking, oh, I'll never play Magic again. Yeah, right. And I did have one that I got actually for $35 that I actually bought with store credit because I had won a two-headed giant tournament that night, and I am so regretting getting rid of it. But most people let me play this anyway, just because it's a real casual group. Scorched Ruins, lots of colorless mana for our artifacts. We got Urza's Tower, Urza's Power Plant, and Urza's Mine, because we're going to Tron this shit up. Then we have a bunch of mountains. Bunch of mountains. More mountains. More mountains. Oh, there we go, and we're on artifacts. We have Sensei's Divining Top because this is EDH and Sensei's Divining Top is pretty much a staple. Gilded Lotus. This is a great mana rock. It would probably be better placed in one of my other decks, though, to be perfectly honest. But it's here for now. Thought Vessel. Mana rock. Soul Ring, because it's EDH, and that's a staple. That's a staple in every deck. If you're not playing a Soul Ring, either you're brave or crazy, or I don't know what. Grim Monolith. Expensive mana rock. Mana Vault. Worn Power Stone. Mox Opal, another one of my proxies. Dark Steel Ingot. Everflowing Chalice. One of my real mana crypts. Thran Dynamo. Mox Diamond. Hedron Archive. Lotus Petal, where do the mana rocks end? Not here. We ended with Basalt Monolith. Going right into Mycosynth Wellspring for a little bit of land fetch. Wayfarer's Bauble, same. Voltaic Key. This is one I used a lot back in the days of Urza to untap my mana rocks and get even more mana out of them. Put this with a mana vault, and now that mana vault is spitting out 5 every turn without worry of downside because I just untap it with this. Planar Portal for tutoring. Winter Orb because I like to be mean. Mimic that because people have lots of cool stealable things. I use Ensnaring Bridge to protect Daretti, and it's easy enough for me to get rid of it on my own when I'm finished with it, so that's why I use that. It's like, ha ha ha, I can attack you when I want, but until then, you're stuck. Archive, this guy, yeah, for some draw. Great with Daretti. Discard 2, draw 4. Darksteel Forge, just as an auto include in this deck. It's a really inexpensive card. It's only like $5 or whatever. Makes all your artifacts indestructible. You pitch this with Daretti and get it right back. Or with one of the get back cards that I'm gonna that I have tucked away down there, and there we go. Use that with Daretti's ult or something along those lines, and there we have it. Memory Jar. Best draw card ever. And superior in this deck. Got some Ichor Wellspring. Ichor Wellspring. There we go. For some draw. Lore Seeker Stone, more draw. Mind Slaver, this is a good win condition. You can get it back every turn. Mirror Works. Why not with the number of artifacts I play? Spine of Ish-Sa. Good removal. And everything dies to removal. The Veneral's Disc. More removal. This is a win condition. Use this with Daretti's ult or the Darksteel Forge, and all your stuff stays and all their stuff goes. Sculpting Steel, because 1 is never enough. Star Storm for a little removal. Chaos Warp for a little removal. Faithless Looting for some draw and some pitching stuff that we want to get back later. Gamble, pretty much same thing, but in tutor form. Madcap Experiment. This guy looks like he's having a bad day. This is pretty much a surprise card. Hey, guess what I just got, you know? And seeing how many artifacts are played in this deck, it's not really a big risk. Chandra's Ignition. Very underrated card. I love this card. Burn some major stuff down with this and put it on a lifelink guy or a death touch guy, and it gets even better. Reforge the Soul for some draw. All is Dust. Basically a sort of win condition. All their stuff goes and all your stuff stays. Ugin, pretty much the same deal. Moving on to creatures. Palladium Mirror for some mana. Mirror Retriever to get stuff back. Foundry Inspector, because you need somebody to inspect your foundry sometimes. Junk Diver, same thing as the Mirror Retriever. Metalworker, great mana. Bit of an expensive card. It's like $35 at the making of this video, but it is fantastic in this deck. Solemn Simulacrum, pretty much an EDH staple. Lodestone Golem, tax them, no taxes for you. Sort of a Donald Trump move on that one, huh? Steel Hellkite, pretty much a auto include in this deck. Pentavus, pretty much the same thing. Silent Arbiter, for protection, and like the Ensnaring Bridge, I can get rid of this when it becomes inconvenient, but inconvenience everyone else in the meantime. Mirror Battlesphere, pretty much auto include in this deck as well. Big beats on that one. Cathodian, great card for some mana and a sack fodder. Kuldotha Forge Master. This is just great tutoring. Get rid of 3 pieces of junk for 1 piece of treasure. And speaking of treasure, Worm Coil Engine and auto include, and it came with the deck. This is like a $15 card, and it came with the deck, so no complaints there. Platinum Angel, because I'm a dick, and dicks play Platinum Angel. Armored Baymax, also known as the Platinum Empyrean, same reason as the Angel. Bosch Iron Golem, because, why not? Ulamog, not an artifact, but great face beats anyway. Void Winnower, another dickish card, but some great face beats. Combustible Gear Hulk, it's pretty much draw 3 cards and a 6/6 first strike for you. If they have any sense, they won't mill you, because that might be a death sentence. They're like, oh yeah, mill you, and then you put 3 of your high-cost artifacts in the grave, deal them a lot of damage, and then you just get them back with Daretti anyway. So, Squee, this is great for pitching to Daretti to draw some cards. Goblin Welder, an auto include in this deck, and again, it came with this deck. It's sort of the -2 of Daretti, but not at sorcery speed, so it's an instant because it's an ability. Fumiko the Low Blood. I took this out of another commander pre-constructed deck. Forcing people to attack you is just great. Yeah, go ahead. You got to attack now. So you got to run your little crappy 1/1 into my Platinum Angel. So have fun with that. And Feldon of the Third Path, another auto include that came with the deck. So that is my Daretti Scrap Savant deck. Let me know what you think. Comments, like, share it. Definitely share it. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm pretty much here for you guys. Putting in my 2 cents on some decks, and I want to hear from you guys. I want to make this channel a place for people to get some great ideas and to share great ideas. So yeah, have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video.